The following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFangy coming to you with what will hopefully be a successful review. And today we're going to be taking a look at one of the more surprising Transformers action figures that Transformers fans have gone nuts over, and it is the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. So yes, this is, I believe, the first time in I think 15 years, maybe longer, that we've gotten a Deluxe Class Optimus Prime action figure that was not a repaint or a re-release of a previously released figure, but is an entirely brand new mold. And on that note, I looked over the Transformers figures that have been released in the Legacy line, and Deluxe Class Optimus Prime is the final Transformers action figure in the Legacy line that is an entirely brand new mold released at mass retail. All the other Legacy Transformers figures being released in Wave 4 along with him, and in the final wave, which is Wave 5, they're all repaints and retools or re-releases of previously released figures. So yeah, as far as new sculpting goes, this guy right here, Deluxe Class Optimus Prime, is the last one. And when I said released at mass retail, technically there's one more Transformers product being released under the Legacy banner that's an original mold, but it's the HasLab Omega Prime, the Car Robots Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus box set. So as far as mass retail figures go, Deluxe Class Optimus Prime is it. So he's not meant to be scale-wise size accurate compared to the other Transformers figures that have been released in the Legacy line. That title belongs to the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime figure. This is just a smaller Optimus Prime designed to be Deluxe Class sized. Whether or not we're going to get a Deluxe Class Megatron figure to stand opposite Optimus Prime is uncertain, but if we do, I would buy it in a heartbeat. But yeah, here is Deluxe Class G1 Optimus Prime. There's his box art of his vehicle mode. Here on the side you got his face, and then you got his robot mode. Oh, there he is inside the box, and I love the fact that the designers at Hasbro and Takara went with the G1 action figure paint job, in which Optimus Prime has yellow eyes instead of blue eyes. I've always enjoyed a yellow-eyed Optimus Prime because it always makes his eyes stand out a lot more when they're yellow compared to blue, which is the color that his eyes have been in most Transformers cartoons. But yeah, I really enjoy yellow-eyed Optimus Prime. I view yellow-eyed Optimus Prime as not so much yellow but gold, in that he sees the golden opportunity that the Autobots can have in being victorious against the Decepticons in the Transformers War. So yeah, that's just why I've always liked yellow-eyed Optimus Prime. So on this side of the box you got half the poster image for the Transformers Legacy United line, 40th anniversary. And I can see why they did this half of the poster image, because you got animated Optimus Prime jumping into battle on this side of the poster. Coming up here in the top, getting the hook holder out of the way, you got the Legacy United logo. Bottom of the box, nothing special, just the barcode. Then coming on here to the back of the box, you've got Optimus Prime in his robot mode and his vehicle mode. He transforms back and forth between both modes in 16 steps. And yeah, pretty nice looking vehicle. It's very accurate to Generation 1 Optimus Prime. It's not the same size as Generation 1 Optimus Prime, it is slightly smaller. I've seen comparisons with the Takara exclusive Missing Link Optimus Prime figure compared to this with other reviews I've seen on YouTube already. But I do enjoy how it came out. One nice thing that they did do is that it's kind of hard to tell from my camera to pick it up, but you can see it slightly here on the box art. Alright, if I can get an angle where it's not reflecting. Optimus Prime has 6 slits on his face mask to show that it looks more like a respirator than just a face mask, so that's a really nice touch there. I don't know if his original Generation 1 action figure had that, but considering the fact that he has yellow eyes and the color of his windshield is the neon yellowish green plastic that the original action figure had, I think they went with G1 action figure accuracy when designing this thing. For cartoon accuracy, the eyes and windows on Optimus Prime would have been blue instead of yellow and green. But I always enjoyed that paint job for Optimus Prime. I think it makes him stand out slightly more, having breaking up the predominantly red, silver, and blue paint job that he has on him. So, without further delay, let's get him out of the box and take a close look at him in robot mode. Alright, and so here is Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime out of the box in his robot mode. And yeah, this figure is totally designed to be a modern version of the G1 action figure Optimus Prime. I'm with the way the legs are designed, his boxy shaped chest being made out of the truck cab, the way the arms transform into the sides of the truck. This is a G1 action figure Optimus Prime through and through. Just a minor nitpick, but I wish they would have gone the extra mile and at least painted the tail lights that form the toes of his robot mode. No doubt Toy Hacks has already come up with a sticker set to get all of the eye-catching details that the original G1 Optimus Prime action figure had. And again, I can kind of see one of the reasons why they didn't do that is because Takara Tomy, if you want a fully G1 accurate Optimus Prime figure, Takara Tomy has you covered with the missing link Optimus Prime. Overall, it's if you wanted a G1 Optimus Prime in modern deluxe class size, then this is the figure to get. He is unfortunately one of the smaller deluxe class size Transformers figures. I believe this Legacy United Optimus Deluxe Class Optimus Prime, I think he's only 4.5 inches tall, maybe 5. The average size for most deluxe Transformers figures is 5.5 inches, sometimes 6 inches. So yeah, he is one of the smaller sized deluxe class Transformers figures. I mean, I can almost hold him in between my thumb and pointer fingers, so he might only be 4 inches tall. I'd say he's down there alongside the likes of smaller deluxe class size Transformers figures such as Siege Refractor / Reflector, or I can't think of any smaller sized deluxe class Transformers off the top of my head. Maybe perhaps even the Studio Series 86 Non, the Sharkticons. So yeah, he is one of the smaller sized deluxe class Transformers. So he's not tall wise. He is not an average sized deluxe. He is small sized. But I think that's what they were going for, was Optimus Prime in the small. I'm in the 3 3/4 inch scale or 4 inch scale. But yeah, considering the fact that I can hold him between my thumb and pointer finger, I'd say he's about 4 inches tall, maybe the standard 3 3/4 inches. So yeah, I think the main purpose for Optimus Prime being this size is to have him be the standard, the quote-unquote standard size of non-Transformers action figures such as Star Wars and G.I. Joe action figures, being the 3.75 inches in height. But yeah, he might be 4 inches at the most. I mean, I have fairly big hands and I can stretch my thumb and forefinger quite a bit. But yeah, I'm really thrilled with how he turned out. I believe that he does not have light piping. It looks like he was going to have light piping, since the piece for his eyeballs is a separate piece, but it's painted but it's been done up in yellow paint. It might have been done in clear blue plastic originally, but it looks like they painted it over in yellow to make it look good. And yeah, so using my phone, if you can get a bright enough light to shine on the light piping through the top of Optimus Prime's head, he does have very bright yellow light piping, but you do have to have a bring it back away from his head just a bit, getting it centered screen. But yeah, there, as you can see, the light piping, it does work, but you need to have a extremely bright light shining directly over Optimus Prime's head, since the light piped plastic is on the top of his head instead of the back. And so the light piping gimmick does work, but in practicality, if you actually try to use it, it's not the best way to go about it. For articulation, pretty standard for a G1 styled Optimus Prime. Swivel joints in the shoulders so the arms can rotate forward and backwards, clockwise and counterclockwise, 360 degrees. Head's on a ball joint so it has the potential to spin clockwise and counterclockwise, 360. Bicep swivel right above of the elbow. Hinged elbows. No wrist swivel due to how the hands transform. It would have been nice if they had been able to do that, but I can see, looking at the way they designed the arms for G1 accuracy, they sacrificed the wrist swivels to do that. There is a waist swivel, but in order for it to spin 360 degrees, you do have to move the hip skirt, which is the bumper for the truck mode, up to get the waist swivel to spin in freely 360 degrees. And this is one thing that a lot of Transformers fans and collectors won't find pleasant about this figure. Optimus Prime, the universal joints on Optimus Prime's hips, they're on an open swivel joint, similar to Studio Series 86, Ironhide, and Ratchet. So if you aren't too careful, the legs could pop off at the pelvis. So that's one thing to look out for. And to get the legs to move out, you do have to move the these side wheels that sit here on Optimus Prime. Thighs out of the way to get that. So if you want to go for full G1 accuracy, you can have Optimus Prime's arms and legs sitting like this and have him be almost like a brick, which is common for most G1 Transformers figures. So if you can get the hip skirt out of the way, the legs can go forward that far. Moving the arm out of the way so you can see. They can go back this far before they're stopped by the sculpted area that makes the bottom of Optimus Prime's torso. Also, swivel joints in the thighs, hinged knees, 90 degrees. Would have been nice if they would have been more, but what are you going to do? Ankle rockers, so the legs can go out this far at the ankle. The toes can point down, but that's primarily due to transformation. So, overall, a decent amount of articulation for an action figure that's trying to emulate how the original G1 Optimus Prime transformed into. And one thing to note is that just like Legacy Beachcomber, the tires on Optimus Prime's wheels, just like the original G1 Optimus Prime figure, they are made of rubber. So if you wanted to, you could take the tires off and move them around. So unfortunately, like many G1 Transformers action figures, if they're exposed to moisture and heat from the sun, over time the rubber could disintegrate and end up popping off. So I do hope somebody someday when the time comes, will be able to 3D print a replacement wheels. For me personally, I've never been a fan of rubber wheels on Transformers action figures. I've always enjoyed Transformers action figures having wheels entirely made out of solid plastic, just for the sake of longevity for the figure and the tires not disintegrating and integrating and crumbling into bits. Because unfortunately, rubber, no matter how hard you make it, rubber isn't made to last forever. But yeah, I am still thrilled with how Optimus Prime came out. And one thing I am thrilled that they did is they went accurate with the hubcaps, where the front wheels, the hubcaps are pointing out, and then they're indented on the back tires. So I think they did G1 accuracy in all the right places for this figure, if I'm being honest. And again, yellow-white Optimus Prime and neon green colored for the windows, so that's accurate to the original Generation 1 action figure. In terms of accessory pieces, Optimus Prime does have the Matrix of Leadership, which is now standard on Optimus Prime action figures. And you can, just like the original Generation 1 Optimus Prime, but you can open up the chest plate, but as I just showed, that if you try to open it too hard, it will pop off. It's not attached to the figure on a metal pin, it's on two tiny little plastic nubs, so be careful how you get the chest opened on this Optimus Prime figure. And it's not wanting to go back in on camera, which is a shame. Have to pause the video for a moment here. Alright, so I got Optimus Prime's chest back on him, and you can store the Matrix of Leadership inside. It is a shame that it's made out of clear blue plastic. I wish they would have at least made it out of gray or orange plastic and then painted the other parts. Alright, so if you want to be adventurous, since it is made out of clear blue plastic and the core is blue. If you want to test your customizing skills, you can paint the Matrix's parts that are supposed to be silver and orange if you desire. But that's your decision. So for opening the chest piece to take the Matrix of Leadership inward and outward, I recommend not doing what I did and coming up here to the top and pulling it forward. I recommend grabbing it from the sides of Prime and then opening it outward instead of from the top forward, just to prevent it from popping off. In terms of other accessories, Optimus Prime has two ion blasters. And they aren't the same. and they are not the exact same. And they do look differently. One thing I wish the designers would have done is made these out of black plastic instead of clear plastic painted black. It's really hard to tell. Oh, but these are clear plastic that have been painted black. The reason I was able to figure that out right away is because the first time I popped this blaster into Optimus Prime's hand, and it popped off, and I noticed there was a... Or was it the other one? Oh, and, I can't tell now, but anyways, yeah, the black paint is so thick that, at least for this one Ion Blaster, it doesn't want to fit in Optimus Prime's hand, so the layer of thickness of the black paint is, it doesn't hurt the figure. Oh yeah, that's how I saw it. So if you look right in here, this back of this slightly larger Ion Blaster, if you can shine a bright light through it enough, you can see the clear plastic right there. The black paint didn't quite coat it there, so getting at that angle, you can see the red plastic there on Prime shining through it. So yeah, these are made out of clear plastic, done in black paint and covered in black paint. This Ion Blast. So putting them side by side with each other, the Ion Blaster on the top, I'm trying to hold them in a way where I can show them off in their entirety without, I have to just do it this way, so holding them by the 5mm handles. This Ion Blaster over here, which has a slightly thicker barrel, this is more accurate to the Ion Blaster that Optimus Prime had in the Transformers cartoon and the comic books, while this one over here, which has the bigger back section, or Energon magazine as I've always referred to it, and the slightly thinner inner tipped barrel at the end of the blaster, this one is accurate to the Ion Blaster that Optimus Prime's action figure came with. So you have the choice of either G1 action figure Optimus Prime Ion Blaster or G1 cartoon Ion Blaster. And I probably mixed them up. I could be incorrect about it. This one is slightly more hollowed out over here, the one that's based off the G1 action figure, than this one with the thicker barrel. And so I kind of wish they would have just done these in black plastic instead of clear plastic with black paint, because I think that, again, that's greater longevity for the figure. But yeah, don't be too surprised, unfortunately, if one day you find these Ion Blasters disintegrating or giving out on you. And again, this one right here, the barrel's so thick with the black paint, it's not wanting to stick in Optimus Prime's hand. But that's okay, because technically Optimus Prime doesn't need both blasters, because his final accessory piece is this. That's right, Optimus Prime comes with the infamous Energon axe. Optimus Prime used it only one time on one occasion in the G1 cartoon. It was in the cartoon's second episode, in which he and Optimus Prime fought each other on top of a water dam. And Megatron had a flail, a purple mace that deployed from his arm. And I think it would have been nice if Optimus Prime would have used this at least one more time. In more recent years, Optimus Prime has been shown using the Energon axe in the Transformers comic books, and in some continuities, an axe was actually Optimus Prime's main weapon instead of his Ion Blaster, such as Transformers Animated Optimus Prime. So yeah, it's nice that Optimus Prime includes a weapon that he used just one time in the G1 cartoon. And I guess because it was a yellowish-orange, kind of like an ember color, I think that's one of the reasons why the axe has become so iconic, even though it only appeared in Transformers Generation 1 media for just a few seconds. So, before we move on to Optimus Prime's alternate mode and wrap up the review, people have been doing size comparisons of this figure with Earthrise Optimus Prime, Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, and Missing Link Optimus Prime, since it's basically a modern G1 styled Optimus Prime action figure. But because it's supposed to be Optimus Prime in a smaller size, and he's not really meant to be size accurate next to other Transformers action figures, for a size comparison, here he is next to another small size Optimus Prime action figure, the Core Class Optimus Prime. So for those of you who've seen Core Class Transformers standing next to Deluxe Class Transformers, again here, Deluxe Class Optimus Prime, I think he might be the smallest Deluxe Class figure in the entire Legacy United line. And so you can see Core Class Optimus Prime here, here, he's almost 2/3 the height of Deluxe Class Prime, but yeah, I still enjoy seeing them standing here beside each other, so yeah, there he is for a size comparison with another smaller size Optimus Prime figure. So again, he's not meant to be size accurate or stand up besides amongst the other Transformers action figures that have been released in Legacy United and Studio Series 86. So I really hope that we do get a Deluxe Class sized Megatron figure to stand opposite this one here. I've also been saying in a lot of comment sections on other collector's reviews, I really hope we get a second release of this figure with a trailer that's designed to scale with him. We did get that with Core Class Optimus Prime, where after he was released by himself, he was released with a trailer, and this is actually the version of Core Class Optimus Prime that came with the trailer, not the individual release. So I hope history repeats itself and we get another version of Deluxe Class Optimus Prime in which he has the cartoon-accurate blue eyes and blue windshield, and it comes with a trailer, similar to what Takara Tomy did with the Missing Link Prime and again Core Class Prime. I know that's just wishful thinking at this point, but it's still a dream that I hold on to. So now that I've babbled on longer and made the video go on longer than I wanted it to, let's hurry up and get Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime transformed into his alt mode and wrap up the review. Alright, and so here is Deluxe Class Optimus Prime transformed into his vehicle mode, and again it's a very accurate to the G1 Prime figure. Wheels do roll fairly well. Again, they are rubber tires in here, so be careful with those. Try not to get them wet or expose them to heat from the sun, because the rubber will disintegrate over time. But yeah, overall, pretty great looking Optimus Prime action figure. And again, he is one of the smaller Deluxe Class size Optimus Prime figures. I apologize for not having other Deluxe Class Transformers to do a size comparison of him with, but yeah, I do love how accurate it is. One thing to note is that the feet are supposed to, like G1 Prime, sit flat with the truck bed here by the back wheels, but they actually end up slightly angled upwards slightly if you push them all the way into place for vehicle mode. There's very low clearance due to the shin guards on Optimus Prime, the front of his legs being in close proximity to the tires, but overall a pretty great looking Optimus Prime figure. The front of the truck can still open up to reveal the matrix of leadership inside. Alright, so that is pretty nice there. Optimus Prime's head ends up storing inside this great big section here in the back. It can open up once you get the arms plugged into the sides of the truck, but I really enjoy how it turned out. The smokestacks, I didn't show this off in robot mode because I didn't really see the need, but they are removable. They're just pegged into place on the same standard 5mm ports that are found on Optimus Prime. And one thing to note is that the only 5mm ports that Optimus Prime has on him that are circle-shaped are the two ones in his two fists for robot mode and the trailer hitch. Those are the only ones that are circle-shaped. The other 5mm ports, including the ones that the smokestacks plug into, are all hexagon-shaped. I understand the design reason for that is because if you want something to be sit in a 5mm port and be stationary, having it hexagon-shaped prevents it from rotating around. And for weapon storage, the instructions and the photos on the back of the box show that you're supposed to plug the axe into the trailer hitch and then have the two ion blasters sit here on the back of Prime. And unfortunately, this one that I couldn't plug into Prime's hand because the paint is so thick, it's the same here where it refuses to peg into the hexagon ports here on the back of Prime. As you can see there, I'm trying with all my might to shove it in, but it just does not want to go down. Now, I shoved it into this port for just a few seconds, and I don't know how well you can see it, but if you look right there, that thing that looks like a little white dot, that is a stretch mark created from the 2 seconds that this thing was shoved in there onto the back port. So, yeah, unfortunately, for weapon storage, Optimus Prime, and that's one thing where he fails, is proper weapon storage for his accessory pieces. So that's a little bit of a letdown. I forgot to transform the Core Class Optimus Prime. I'm off camera for a vehicle mode size comparison, so See how fast I can do it here on camera. Okay, almost done. Alrighty, and so for a size comparison with another small-scaled, small-sized Optimus Prime figure, here is Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime with the Core Class Optimus Prime figure. So we now have G1 style Optimus Prime figures in two small sizes that aren't necessarily meant to be size accurate next to other Transformers action figures, but overall I still think that it's a fairly fun Optimus Prime action figure to have, especially if you can't, if the missing link Optimus Prime action figure is too expensive, and so then this is a nice substitute. Some collectors have been calling the Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime a discounted missing link Prime, and I can now see why they make the joke about that. And the main gripe I have with Optimus Prime, it's not with the Optimus Prime figure himself, but I wish that Hasbro and Takara would have made his ion blasters out of black plastic instead of clear plastic. Because the one ion blaster refusing to plug in, again because it's too thick, its 5mm port is now too thick from the black paint. I think that is the biggest letdown that this figure can have. So just keep an eye out for Optimus. If you decide to get the Legacy United Deluxe Class Prime figure and add it to your collection, keep an eye out for the ion blasters, the 5mm pegs being too thick for Optimus Prime. So yeah, I'm just going to have to leave this one off to the side because it won't plug in properly. So for the final proverbial question, do I recommend getting the Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime figure and adding it to your Transformers collection? I absolutely do. If you're a fan of Optimus Prime and you're a fan of Generation 1 Optimus Prime, and even if you have all the other Optimus Prime action figures that came out this year, I pointed out in someone's review that 2024, since it's the 40th anniversary of the Transformers franchise, I joked that this has been the year of Optimus Prime just because of the sheer number of brand new Optimus Prime action figures we've gotten. All of the, if I tilt my head to the side, all of the Transformers 1 Optimus Prime action figures there, which I have the Studio Series Prime inside his box. There's, of course, the Target store Optimus Prime figure there. And then we have the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime action figure, animated Optimus Prime, which was released in Wave 1 of Legacy United. He's even on the poster image for the line. And now the Deluxe Class Legacy United Optimus Prime action figure. I don't care what Transformers fans and collectors and the critics have to say. 2024 has been the year of Optimus Prime. So if you're a fan of Optimus Prime and you're a fan of the design of the original Generation 1 Optimus Prime action figure, then I highly recommend getting the Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime action figure. Again, just be aware of the ion blasters not wanting to peg in place because of how thick the black paint makes the gun barrels. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty fantastic looking Optimus Prime action figure. I don't have no regrets adding it to my Transformers collection. And one last thing that I will say is I still hope that we will get a second version of this figure with a trailer, designed to be in scale. Some people have plugged this figure onto Earthrise Optimus Prime's trailer, and the Earthrise trailer is slightly too big. So I saw someone who got the missing Link Prime figure plug the Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime figure onto it, and it too was slightly too big for this figure, so I don't think there's an existing trailer right now that can be fairly that won't look too enormous when hitched up to this figure. Hooking this thing up to other Optimus Prime trailers, it's like the scene in the Generation 1 cartoon where after Optimus Prime lost a duel to Megatron, when Optimus Prime transformed into his alt mode, Huffer offered to pull Optimus Prime's trailer for him, so he had a tiny semi-truck pulling an enormous trailer, and that's what the Legacy United Deluxe Class Prime will look like, pulling trailers from other figures, especially the Studio Series 86 Prime trailer. So, yeah, overall, pretty fantastic looking Optimus Prime action figure. I just wish the weapons would have been designed better. And I do love that they went with the Autobot logo being on Optimus Prime's left side shoulder, but not the right side. That's accurate to his Generation 1 action figure, also having just the one Autobot logo there on the one shoulder. So thank you guys all so much for watching. This has been the TFN Geek, and this has been my look at Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Optimus Prime, the final mass retail released Legacy United Transformers action figure to be an entirely original mold and not a repaint or a retool of a pre-existing Transformers figure. I highly recommend you get this thing if you can. So thank you guys all so much, and until next time, you guys, please remember to stay safe, stay healthy, transform, and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.